If you are a designer, I think we have to be really more open to a lot of things. Because when you play, you have a very open mind to just curious about something and you play around with it. Because you need to know when you do something, what's the reason of people wanted to own one of your design. And nowadays it's more than functionality. Hi, my name is Nathan Yong. I'm a product designer. Francis is a third generation temple operator. We share a common interest on mythical dragons and lions and all the Taoist goddess and god and all that. He told me that he picked up raw materials, wood, pine wood from pallet and start carving. And then he started having projects where people ask him to carve the objects for temple.
This is one of the items which I carved during primary 6.
You're
using penknife
for it.
Yeah.
That's impossible, eh? Yeah.
And then there's one more. I'm using also penknife as a candle stand. For this one, I took about maybe 2 months because with penknife it's quite tedious to carve out all these lines.
So during the whole 30 years, is there a lot of things you're still learning and still inspires you?
This type of thing, there's no stopping of learning.
The temple is in front, so you can see a temple, and it's open for public. After meeting him, he showed me to the second room, which is where he created his work, in a very tight space with all the materials around.
This is my workplace. This is where I do my craft work.
So with Francis, just like any craftsman, I think they are very passionate about what they are doing, and they are very clear about what needs to be done. The good thing is like you know that they are capable to deliver. So the challenge is like, can we do this differently and get them to kind of accept and explore that approach. So again, you need to find an object that people will take more time to appreciate rather than another functional object. And that's the reason I created the vase with his wood carving method. So by reinterpreting his carving in a different context, I hope to bring people to look into our past and our history. Yeah. So I guess this is the outcome of how we collaborate from this project actually. You have advised me that it should have more of our history and Chinese element, and also some of your effigy details of tying a rope here, so that it's not just carving.
Previously, we are using bamboos for this structure, and then we are using those so-called fiber paper to tie it. I find it that there's a hazard when people hold here, they may get cut by the bamboo. You have to consider the end user usage, whether it's user-friendly.
So you propose everything to be done in wood?
Yeah, in wood. Then instead of the tying on the knot, which doesn't look so nice, then I like change it into wood carving, which is, still looks like
there's a cross here that looks like tying.
It looks like tying, but it still doesn't lose the traditional look.
I worked with craftsmen before, but not in effigy. But for you, you'll be first time working with a designer. I'm sure there'll be a lot of challenges and new experience that you had from this.
Yes, this is my first time working with a designer. It's totally different from what I've done previously. Usually, I design and make. So now the design part is what you have produced, and then we discuss whether it's workable,
can be produced or not.
Can be produced, and then is it user-friendly. It's like doing the same process, but it's two people doing together with the same process.
The role of a designer is more to facilitate and bring out the best of the craftsmen and bridge them into the contemporary world, but not completely cut off their past and their history. Because then they'll be pointless, because then they'll just be a machine with hands and just produce things that is the designer's look. Then that's, again, I say that's meaningless, because this project is about craft and design. So it should be like 50-50, right? And having the craftsmen in love with what they're doing. So listening to them, giving them the opportunity to contribute to the design is more meaningful than just use their craft.